Hey guys, Jordy here from It's a True Story, and today I'm back with a fan favorite, or my favorite. I'm a fan. I'm a huge fan. This is my friend Jonathan. You guys know him from here, but you know him from React too. We're React people together, and today we're here for something really exciting, which is the release of Jonathan's newest album. And he is an artist extraordinaire, and a musician, and an amazing human being, and anyways, that's called Into the Pink. Now, I'm going to let Jonathan tell you all about it, but just first, you have to know, all the links are going to be down below in the description. You're going to want to go listen, buy, be there, love it immediately, and that's all I'm saying. Also, all of his links to like his Instagram and stuff like that's there too. So, anyways, that's the big rambly intro, but I want Jonathan to tell us about Into the Pink, which is a very interesting project. So, I'm curious.
First of all, thank you for having me again.
Pleasure. Pleasure is all mine.
Into the Pink is an album that I wrote during probably some of the worst times in my life and the best times in my life. It chronicles not only my personal experiences, but with my mom, who was diagnosed with cancer. And basically, it all started when we went to Vegas and we stayed in this Airbnb that was inspired by Jane Mansfield's Pink Mansion.
Oh my god.
And yeah.
That sounds amazing. That was one of the best of times parts, I'm guessing.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
My mom's cancer was in remission the first time. And, you know, things were getting better. I was getting psychiatric help and mental help. And because that was really important during that time.
Yes.
Through the first diagnosis, I was kind of in a fog,
yeah.
basically, and I wasn't sober enough to really experience it because it was my mom's illness. But it's about moving into basically this house of love. Like Jane Mansfield and her husband built this beautiful mansion that was inspired by his love for her, and it was sprayed with like pink quartz for like protection and love. Oh, wow. And that's kind of the metaphor I wanted to bring, is finally getting to a good place where you felt safe and secure. And you were in love, but in love with yourself. It's very much about self-empowerment. And not love just like everything's fancy and frilly, right. But how it's a fierce expeller of darkness. Yep. And there's a strength in that. Because I very much so grew up around a time where there was a lot of machismo. People now call it toxic masculinity. Yes, we
all love toxic masculinity.
You know, and I was told that old narrative, pink equals girl or gay, and that equated weak. Right. And I wanted to fully embrace all facets of me, and that include the feminine, and show how fierce it really is. And it's not, there's no weakness there.
There's no weakness.
And it was me moving in the house of love, and it was me like plopping down and saying, I'm not moving. You're going to have to like take me kicking and screaming.
Amazing.
Because it took me it's too hard of a fight for me to finally get here, and I'm not going. There's no way you're going to take me from this, and I am a fierce protector of those who I love, and my mom is one of those people.
Okay, that, like, I'm going to cry, actually, because that's so beautiful, and, I mean, you guys, I don't know, I was saying this to Jonathan earlier, like, there's not one person I know that has not been touched by cancer, that has not had a person they love touched by cancer. And this is bigger and broader than the illness itself. It's just, it's being in a fight for your life, which we're in, all of us, every single day, against so many things. And being in that house of love, Into the Pink like that, to me, is the most gorgeous metaphor you can think of. And so, anyways, that message is so powerful. And the music, which I want to hear a little bit more from you about the actual tracks, but the music, I wasn't sure what to expect, and Jonathan sent me some early tracks, and my mind was officially blown. It is the most layered, driving, rocking. We were saying it reminds us of Husker Du, and like, but I hear a little Courtney Love in there, like all my favorites, but so unique and fresh and amazing. So like that's like I'm curious about your songwriting process, because there are probably a lot of songwriters out there, right? And this was also a GoFundMe project, so there's so many layers. It's like inclusive, it's community. So I want to ask you about your creative process and where you get that, where you get the lyrics, where you get the music. How does that all work for you?
Well, a lot like you, we are fans of really good music.
Yeah.
I really love your taste in music, and I appreciate all the comparisons. First of all, I think I listen to enough music to put together something that you can actually listen to. I would hope I listen to enough good music. But the songwriting process is literally my diary. There's a lot of truth, though told sometimes through metaphor. It's my personal life. It's really letting it all out there. I did everything myself. Every vocal, every harmony, every guitar track, everything I did completely by myself because it was a very lonely experience. But at the end, to see my community, the LGBT, I'm going to toot your own horn because
some horn tooting.
You have been a supporter from the very beginning, from inception, from go, and that means a lot to me. And a lot of trans community has been very supportive. I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional.
No, it's beautiful.
Because to do a project where you're all by yourself and then at the end result, see so many people gathering to uplift you, that's my community.
Yeah.
And it means a lot to me. And I will never forget that. And I don't know, I don't know what else to say.
Well, this is lucky for you guys because if you don't know Jonathan at all, and if you don't know his music, which you may not even if you're like know us from whatever, and know Jonathan from React, you're gonna be in because it's amazing. It's beautiful music and in the most punky, driving, best way possible. Now, and in terms of community, I have seen the community because I watched this all unfold on Instagram, and I'm really taken by like such a personal journey. But it's like that is the upside to me of social media, is that people are able to like really track along and follow along with the progress. And so we're not even at the end. So the tracks are available. But tell me about your future plans for vinyl, because vinyl I care about too.
That's the end result. It's to finally have a piece of vinyl, but we do have a cassette that's going to be coming out very shortly.
Ooh.
All the tracks will be on all streaming platforms on Valentine's Day, which I think is appropriate.
Yeah, and this is out on after Valentine's Day, so this is a week later. So you guys are behind the 8 ball. Like, get on board right now.
But we've been doing everything backwards, and it's very much DIY. Very grassroots. I stuck with the label that supported me when nobody else really gave a shit about my first album, which I did all by myself. But I also know how to record myself better. So, I mean, it's a lot better. I'm not going to talk. That's my other child, so I can't say anything bad about it, but it's better.
I know. Well, the second child's always better. Oh my god. Oh my god. I hope my son's not watching. I'm just kidding. All babies are amazing, but this is a labor of love, and Jonathan has been cool enough to let us listen to, because I want you guys to hear this. It's awesome. It's the title track. It's Into the Pink. Is there anything you want to say about that before the lovely people get to experience the beauty and magic?
Into the Pink was the very first song that I wrote. It's what inspired the entire album. It was also, I was going through a lot of mental health issues, and I did a lot of meditation. Ooh. And part of the visualization was a safe space for me, for when I had like my depression, anxiety, post-traumatic stress disorder, all these things. And I imagined, I couldn't keep the negative thoughts out when I was meditating. It was very hard, so there was a pink cloud of smoke where I can just have a barrier of protection around me.
Yeah, well, for those of us that know mental illness well, which anxiety, depression, like my little name, I will have to say, this will kick it out of you, so give it a listen, okay?
We choose stars over hearts, because that's what we are. But you are the only mistake I have not made. You're all I need.
guys. So we're about to go into the pink and go get something to drink. And that rhymed. That's my lyricism. And it's very funny.
It's true, too.
It's actually true. But just want to thank you guys and urge you guys to get into the pink, to follow Jonathan. He's John Not Thin on Instagram, and to really be a part of this community that he's initiated. And it is a community bound by love, bound by music. I love you so much. I really love you so much.
I really do love you. This is family. Like, people always say that. I feel at home here. Thank you.
Yeah, and at home with you guys. Thank you. If you like what we're doing, subscribe, do all that stuff they say on YouTube, and go listen. Why are you waiting? It's the best music. You're going to be so stoked. Bye.